Hi everyone, my name is Putri Rizky Rahmania from Open University of Mataram and me as the opening speaker from the government team. Firstly, before I come to our argument, I would like to explain or give the definition about our motion today. Our motion today is this House support the continuation of online learning for post-COVID-19 pandemic. So, I have three keywords in this motion. The first is online learning. Online learning is education that makes place over the internet. It is often referred to as e-learning, or as always we say e-learning among the terms. However, online learning is just one type of distance learning and a learning that takes place across distance and not in the traditional classroom. And the second is COVID-19 or coronavirus disease. COVID-19 is a virus that is currently being discussed because of this very fast spread. Until now, the coronavirus has impact up to all the countries all around the world, and especially in our country, beloved country, Indonesia. And the last is pandemic. According to Wikipedia, a pandemic is a disease that spread over a large world or over a large area. For example, several continents or across the globe. The background about our motion today is at this time all countries are experiencing the same problem. A very dangerous disease that poison all mankind regardless of title and position. According to Wikipedia, the COVID-19 outbreak was first detected in Wuhan City, Hubei Province, China on 1 December 2019 and was declared a pandemic by the World Health Organization from 11 March 2020. The process of learning as the teaching has been stopped until now. The elementary school to college. Learning is carried on online on a network to minimize the spread of COVID-19. Teachers are trying their best to design all means so that the learning process continues as well as possible. On the other hand, the role of parent is very important in the children's learning activities. Parents are asked to help children in the online learning process, not only helping children in the learning process. Parents are required to facilitate children in the learning process such as telephone, computer, pools, and etc. Well, ladies and gentlemen, so now I will give you some argument. The first is practical as flexible. The first benefit of online learning is in the term of practicality. With online learning, interaction between teachers and the student will be more practical because they do not have to travel to meet. In addition, there is no classroom as a place for formal learning. The teaching and learning process can take place wherever it is conducive so that is more flexible. And the second is, it is fun learning. Experience online learning has released learning items in the classroom such as teachers with markers, with a whiteboard, with the student with notes and pens, without notes and pens. But if we apply in learning, we will get more interesting teaching. For example, media formats such as photos, videos, or audio. And the last is, Indonesian education can be more advanced with a learning system like this. At least Indonesian education is more advanced, although a little. One of the achievements is the Indonesian education is able to take advantage of existing technology and how to learn education in Indonesia is more varied with online learning. Well, ladies and gentlemen, the conclusion about our motion in this argument is I absolutely agree. Once again, I absolutely agree about this motion that the House support the continuation of online learning for post-COVID-19 pandemic. That's all from me. Thank you.
Okay, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. I am from the opposite team. I disagree with the topics. Okay, why I disagree with the online learning? Well, I know three biggest problem. The first, I can say Indonesia hasn't been ready for that change, for the online class, for the online learning, or everything by online. Indonesia hasn't been ready for that. As we know, we are not ready for the facilities. If you say that everyone has smartphone, everyone has gadget, are you sure? Are you sure they have the same facilities? Are you sure if all the students have smartphones or gadget? Are you sure? Or maybe computer? No. If you see only the big city, of course they have smartphone. What about rural? Have we thought about that? Do they have smartphone? Okay, we don't need to ask do they have smartphone, but do they have phone, or do they know about if we have smartphone right now, smartphone era? Even you say that, of course it's modern era, dude. No. Some people still don't have smartphone, or maybe 10% or 20%. I should find the data of it first. But I guess the facilities is the problem as well. And the second is connectivity. Why? In fact, based on my experience, some places like mountain, hill, around the hill, the connectivity is low. Or sometimes in some places, like a small city, sometimes the connectivity is still bad. Like rural as well. If you only see the big city, of course, they have the strong connectivity. Not from provider, but from Wi-Fi. They have Wi-Fi. What about rural? Even they have Wi-Fi, but sometimes the connectivity is so low. Okay, how could we join the class if our connectivity is bad? And the third, I guess this is the biggest. The problem is mental health. Students' mental health. Do the teacher ever think about the students' mental health? Have you? They just think that the students have 24 hours to study. Do you think their time is only for studying? No, we have something to chase, like our hobby or our another skill. Not only school. Okay? But the teachers think that because of the student have 24 hours, so the teachers give them many tasks, lot of tasks, until it's out of their capacity, out of the student's capacity. Or in fact, I read it on some article and asked my friends, who has relatives or brother or sister, and they said, sometimes the teachers don't teach them. They just give them like, okay, today we talk about this. Okay, our lesson today is this, and maybe you can do this task, and then you can collect it to me. But the teacher don't give them any feedback. What do you think about that? It's like it's unfair, So I choose offline class or on-site class than online learning, because I think Indonesia hasn't been ready.